back, everyone, to another video. This is another episode of Storytime with Mikey, the next chapter. And this episode, I want to talk about something that happened when I was a lot young. As everyone knows, I have autism. And I was at a picnic with a bunch of other kids my age that had autism and all have autism. And we were supervised. Our parents were there, it's that kind of event where your parents have to be there because we were kids. And it's going well. We got food, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, chips, pop, water, juice, all that kind of fun stuff. And we're at a park, so there's a playground off in the distance. And at some point, my sister, who had joined me and my mother there, was hanging out with another little girl who was about my age, who had, I often call it severe autism, because I'm high functioning. Her autism was worse than mine. And I don't blame her. I didn't blame her then, don't blame her now. Although, of course, when this happened, I wasn't exactly happy. My sister was throwing little rocks at me, little pebbles. My sister trying to just mess with her brother, taking a little pebble she'd found and was just going at me, just little teeny tiny pebbles. And in her mind, in this girl's mind, she thought that throwing a piece of asphalt from the parking lot was the equivalent and the same as throwing a pebble at me. So she took this asphalt, which was maybe about the size of this book, and domed me. Bam! Right here. But it was one of those pains where you've been hit by something really hard, and you're kind of like stunned for a second or two. You feel it, but you don't know how to react. And then I feel my head is wet. It's cold because the wind hitting it. So I touch it and I look at my hand and it's just dripping red. And I'm about 9 years old at the time, autistic. So I panic, I scream, I run to my mother. And because of my screaming and we're outside, we're at the park, she thinks I've been stung by a bee because I am terrified of bees. Still am. I don't like bees. I don't like bugs that can sting. Until she looks around and sees her son, whose face is now half red, dripping onto his shirt. She's holding a bag of sandwiches that she just chucks out of her hand and runs to me. Now, my mother's not a perfect person, but she does know when to take care of her son when he was a kid and he was injured. I do give her that. And she goes to check on me, and I tell her what's happened, what's going on. The supervisor of the event comes over and takes me underneath the little picnic shelter and has her assistant grab a roll of paper towels, and they try to take care of me there. The girl and her parents are told to leave, and they do. My mom takes me to the emergency room, and thankfully I didn't need to get stitches, but I did have to get what they call a butterfly band-aid, which is just that glue stuff they put on there. Pinch the skin together, glue it. When it dries, it's sealed up like stitches. I have a scar, but over time it's gotten faint. I don't hardly even notice it, but I do still have a little scar there. And that was actually the only picnic I've been to, because I don't count going swimming with your family and there being food there when you're swimming at the lake. I don't count that as a picnic. It's a swimming outing. This was solely a picnic for us to mingle and make friends. Well, I didn't make friends. I made head trauma.